Hi, I am Kevin.
I'm Wanda.
And we are the Curious Crusaders. We're going from RV camping to RV living full time. The first parent here, her name is Sylvie. She is kind of shy and not very rambunctious. This one here, his name is Spunky. He is very curious and he tries to get around and gets into trouble. They happen to be our camping companions. Spunky here, he comes along with me quite a bit. He loves camping. And if you like our videos, give us a thumbs up, subscribe and follow, and you always see updates when we do them. Thank you. Okay, here we decided to go walking downtown. This way we get a little bit more experience. You can see more. As you can see here, they have red brick sidewalks. And some roads, like this right here, house was red brick too. We decided to go on the Dodge City Trail of Fame first. Like Wyatt Earp and the others. And what made it interesting, Gunsmoke was based off in Dodge City here. And they had every actor that was ever on Gunsmoke with their own star, handprint, signature, so it made it nice to walk the Star of Fame. I'll tell you about the train in the background, but they do got an active train track. And this one here is this Brad Henson. He was a sheriff and everything, and tells a little bit about that, so I take a picture of him too. And I just, decided to take pictures of the Hall of Fame. I didn't get them all. I hate to say that, but my brother did. He took still pictures of every single one. And as you know, some of mine here are still pictures, and some of them are with the movie camera. I was trying to do anything I could to save the battery on it, to make it last a bit longer. And boy, you really can hear this thing. It's pretty good. The whole time we were here, it was windy. I stayed at the water sports campground, so that's where I stayed at. This here is Boot Hill Dispute Beer Maker, and this here was an old town hall. I decided to take some pictures of the old towns around here. I mean, the old buildings, I should say. And there was a nice looking church right here. And this one here was a little bit farther away. This, I even got the door, make it look a little bit nicer, And it's the Hinkle house is still here and standing. It tells you a little bit about that. And they even told you when they did an addition onto his house. So the picture next, right here, is actually the picture of her house, and they do have an extension on there. So sorry about that. There's another old building around in Dodge City. And that's Dodge here, old building. And there's city of, a little bit farther away of the city of downtown, where it says Welcome in Dodge City and stuff. This building here was built in 1925. Well, I sure am shaky with this camera. And next you had the Cowboy Capital Saloon and Grill. And the old train that was sitting around. So I take a picture of that because the kids were able to climb on it and take a look. And next here was a museum, but they were doing something inside. So we weren't able to go in. It would be nice to go in and look at it because they had some artifacts of Dodge City and everything. And next there's another side of that distillery at Boot Hill. And they even had the old jail built into it. When I walk around to the other side. Where it says right there, the marshal office. That's my brother's wife. Her name was Becky. I should say is Becky. But that's how they had the bars on the windows, and down below they really had small squares. I guess you can do a jailbreak that way. So I just had to get a picture of the old jail that way. I don't know if that one right there was built in 25 or what. And actually had this mural painted on the side of the wall. Well, actually, it was painted on wood that they put on along the wall. I guess that looks a lot better than just a brick wall, but I decided to get a little picture of that, how it looks like a wagon train was going. That statue right there is missing some pieces. It was supposed to have a cowboy hat and everything. But, and right here was an old style saloon. I believe that was built in the 1900s too. And I was here thinking, wow, 8 seconds, that's kind of hard to drink a beer in. And some more 1900 buildings. And next they even kept the wooden walkway, as you can tell right there, before it disappeared. So that made it nice for the walkways. It was nice how they're trying to keep the old buildings intact downtown there, so it's a bit of history. Looks like that building was built in 1930, so that's pretty old. And this is Wyatt Earp statue. They had to have a statue down in the middle of the town, you know. And here at the police station, I noticed there was 2 SWAT vehicles, so I took a picture of that. And this right here is the old Western Union Telegraph and Cable office. So, quick little picture of that one for downtown. And next, everybody decided to take a break right here at the table. That was a table of an old poker playing one. And next, this right here is a picture of the signs. Down, you can't really see real well. Those right there are old cattle waiting to be slaughtered. We're right next to a slaughterhouse right here while we were walking around. And right there's my brother and his wife again. And that cowboy and that cow, I guess you could say, was made out of horseshoes. And next, we decided to walk up this big hill. The cross was supposed to be for somebody. I can't remember what it was, but it was also on the old wagon trail. They had 3 spots in this wagon trail where you can go out and take a look at it, and it's mostly all open area, but when you walk over the wooden bridges they have for it to help preserve it, you can actually look down and you can see the old wagon wheel tracks, and they're going to be there for years. I mean, they're really into the ground. Some are getting pretty well covered over, but if you look close enough, you can actually still see the tracks. And as you can tell, this cross was made up for Don Frisco or something. And that's the hill we walked up to see the cross. And my brother's green car was way at the bottom down there. And this is the KOA campground they had there. The railroad tracks in back of those campers right there is an active railroad. So they actually do honk their horns, and this was the KOA office.